Today on Tyria Talk, I discuss all my feelings about town clothes and Frogomary Gordon he did ride Cranbone. Howdy folks, and welcome back to another episode of Tyria Talk. My name is Richie, aka Bog Otter, and this show is all about Guild Wars 2. Today is episode number 51, and the topic today is town clothing, which might seem like a strange topic since town clothes have been in the game since launch, but it seems like a lot of people have been discussing town clothes recently, and I'd just like to offer my thoughts on the issue. Is that okay with you? Is it? Okay, cool. Let's talk about it. Now, I think one of the reasons why town clothes has come up recently is because ArenaNet has been adding items to the gem store, right? And a lot of the items, not all of the items, a lot of the items they've been adding have just been kind of like these cosmetic town clothes items. We've seen, recently we've seen hoodies and now different types of shirts, and what I think a lot of people are waiting for, and has really not happened since launch, are armors that you can wear in combat, right? We have the light armor. There's a light armor and a medium armor and a heavy armor set that has been in since launch that you can purchase, but there hasn't been anything since. And I think that's what people are kind of waiting for. Now, the question kind of becomes, is this something that they're doing on purpose? Maybe they just are not going to have armor skins that are available for purchase. When I say armor skins, I mean like combat clothing. And it could be just this is their design philosophy. You know, armor for your character to use in combat is maybe something they only want you to be able to acquire while doing something and playing something in game. And, that might be their goal for whatever reason. Or it could be that it's just very kind of time consuming to make an armor set. Like, think about it. If you're going to do just town clothing, you just have to make sure it looks good on each race and each gender for each race, and you're good to go. Not that that's trivial, that's probably still takes a lot of time, but if you're going to do an armor set, you're going to have to do 3 different armor sets, right? Because God forbid you put out an armor set on the gem store and you do heavy armor set, and then you have the medium and the light armor. Where's ours? So you're talking basically about 3 times the work if you just want to do an armor set. It's probably a lot quicker to just put out a bunch of hoodies and different things like that. But it kind of begs the question over and over again. Like, town clothing has never been something that people have been excited about in Guild Wars 2. They did make it a little bit more interesting in the Halloween patch when a lot of the different costumes and such have the costume brawl abilities. So they actually can do something now. Now you're in town hanging out, you put the clothing on, and you can enter the costume brawl and have all kinds of silly animations and knock people down and stuff like that. So that got a little bit better. But I think there are some fundamental things that people get kind of annoyed with in terms of town clothing. I think one of the big ones is just that if you take any falling damage or you enter combat at all, it automatically switches you to, your combat set of gear. And when you go into a town, it does not automatically switch you into your town clothes. I think that's probably a feature. If they put that in the game, that would probably help. Now, of course, you can hotkey it and stuff like that, but still, it's not the same. If it's town clothes, it should put it on when you're in town, maybe. Maybe they should do that. I think another reason is people are used to Guild Wars 1 a little bit, right? There were so many of these armor sets that, or costumes or whatever that were themed after the patches, and it was like, oh, it's time for a new celebration or whatever. Let's go buy the new costumes that have come out on the the microtransaction or whatnot, and then people can wear them in game, and they worked in combat as well. You could still. You can even turn these things off. If they did allow them in combat, you could still turn them off for PvP if you wanted to make sure that silhouettes were important and you can, you're not fighting a warrior who's dressed like a chef or something like that. You could turn that off for PvP to keep that fidelity in there. So, but I think there's a couple other things that, at least for me, hurt town clothes. One is the fact that storing them is a major pain. I mean, I've got a bunch of different hats now. I've got the witch's hat, and I think I have 2 witch's hats, and I have a Santa hat, and just a whole bunch of different things. And I have a couple different brooms, and I have you have all these cosmetic items, right? And you can only equip one set of town clothing on your character, and then all the rest of it's just taking up bank space. And it would really be great to have some sort of like wardrobe, right, or some sort of town clothes closet where you can go in and you can pick out all the ones you've unlocked. And that's another thing is, you buy some of these pieces and you get the piece, but like, for example, let's talk about the armor sets, right, that they put in the game at the beginning from the gem store. If I buy that heavy armor set, which really looks cool, it's a skin, it's a one-time use skin, and then it's gone. It's not like I have access to that over and over again. I can't transmog forever like you can like with the Hall of Monuments stuff, right? All the stuff I unlock by playing Guild Wars 1 in my Hall of Monuments, I can go there anytime I want, and I have a new upgrade or whatever, and I can just say, yep, I want that look, and boom, I have it. That's really great. It makes me really excited to have those skins unlocked. They should do something similar with when you buy an armor set from the gem store. I know it probably, is more lucrative for them to make it so that it's a one-time use thing. And sure, you can use transmutation stones to, pay it forward or bring it forward and stuff like that. But again, it's another cost. It's not convenient. It doesn't make me excited, or it's not friendly to kind of use. The same thing with all of the items, all of the cosmetic town clothes clogging up your bank space and stuff like that. Yeah, probably it kind of incentivizes you a bit to buy more bank space or more bag slots. But again, it's not fun. It doesn't make me want to use town clothing more. It doesn't make me want to collect the town clothes. So I think there's some work and some design choices that they can look at to kind of improve this experience. I really think it would be great if they could open it up so that town clothes can be worn anywhere. That would be the #1 best solution in my mind. I think people would really enjoy that. I've seen some feedback, and I think Elizabeth from Massively has talked about this, that a lot of the medium armor sets are like these trench coats, right? Almost all of the chest pieces are like, you look like a pirate or Gambit from the X-Men or something like that. So it would be great to just use some of the, maybe the hoodie or maybe one of these new shirts they just put in and make that the chest piece, and then just keep the rest of the armor. So I think that's the most ideal solution, is just to allow everybody to wear these town clothes no matter where they are. But barring that, I would like to see it automatically switch you into town clothing, or have an option to do that. That's probably the best. Maybe a toggle. So when you go into town or one of these areas, it switches to your town clothing. And also have a storage place where you can actually put all of your town clothing and pick it. And ideally, once again, once you unlock a town clothes skin or an armor set skin that you bought on the gem store, you just have that available for your character from that point forward. Make it convenient, make it feel fun to collect and not a burden, and I think people will be a lot happier with town clothing. What do you think about town clothes? Let me know in the comments below. What would you like to see them change? Do you agree with my suggestions, or do you have suggestions of your own? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and favorite this video, and don't forget to subscribe so you can be notified when future videos are released. I'd also appreciate you following me on the Twitters, or on the Facebook, or on Google+, whichever social networking medium is your cup of tea. I also have a Twitch channel that you can follow. I'll put all that information on the screen, or down below, or both. And I hope everybody has a fantastic day. Take care. I gotta find me some cranbone. Whoa! Pretty poor getting started. Front may go, corn heated right, cranbone. Front may go, corn heated right, cranbone. Front may go, corn heated right, cranbone.